Hey, everybody, welcome to Hear Us Out. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Paul. How's it going?
Pretty good. And our third guest today is going to be a robot. Well, not exactly. We're going to do some AI fackery. I see I'm using the Irish safe, internet safe version of the F word. We can say feck and it's okay. Yeah. Hey. Beating the censors with AI. So, anybody who has... This is your first video ever joining us. This isn't exactly our usual bag. We talk about entertainment, the entertainment industry, and other weird things while being weird about it. Well, we're bringing a little bit of tech to bear today. We've previously, Paul, on this channel, challenged Amazon's Alexa. Don't.
Yeah.
I have one on my desk. Please don't speak. We've previously done a quiz against a personal assistant thing. We've done all sorts of stuff with tech just for fun episodes in the past. This time around, Paul, fun with a serious edge. Everybody's running around saying AI is amazing. Generative AI is going to be the way of the future. And let's face it, one of the big parts of the writer's strike last year was not just the streaming residuals, etc., but was also... I don't know if we can trust studios and other people to not just start writing things, or more accurately, rewriting things that we've done with AI and not paying us. So, Paul, let's make a movie with AI and see how crap it is, how good we can make it, and whether or not this is something that we should even be worried about right now.
Yeah. Let's point out to the fact that just putting a whole asterisk on this whole thing, kind of thing. Me and Patrick and Hear Us Out do not like the idea of AI taking over writers' jobs or anyone else's jobs. We're making fun of AI and how shit it is.
Yeah,
and I will use that like.
Oh, there you go. you know, I don't know how to break this to you, but the bleeping yourself thing. There's a simultaneous nature to it all that you're not allowed to just go, you know what, you're a... And then...
Yeah, I know, yeah. I also have this little robot side as well. Hello? Oh, no, it's probably not working. Oh, that's terrible.
It's because you just said that we don't condone AI. There you go. So without further ado, I'd like to say to anybody in the comments, be that right now, any of our live viewers, hello! Anybody in the future, and that means you, if you're watching this right now in the future person... we're making this episode for you too. Get in the comments. Have a bit of fun with us. Throw in suggestions. Because I don't think the first draft is going to be the one that we'll finish on. So what do you think, Paul? I now have a ChatGPT 3.5. Decided to go with GPT because of its fame, infamy, its ubiquity, whatever way you want to put it.
Anytime you think about AI or like, you know, AI kind of chatbot thing, you're automatically drawn to ChatGPT 3.5. So,
they are like GPT is to AI what, I don't know, Tesla is to electric cars, or
Skynet.
Yeah, or
is it like, Skynet?
It's true. I was trying to think of what are the things that are just synonyms for, like Hoover for vacuum cleaners in England, or Hear Us Out for quality entertainment, you know? It's just
Henry Hoover. There we go.
Hey, we Henry. Okay, so first thing. Oh, yeah.
Hang on, sorry. Brew does say that we should copyright anything that this thing comes out with, just in case it writes, like, you know, the next like Oscar-winning film. So also an asterisk on it. Hear Us Out.
If this thing is brilliant, C or TM us. Anything you see here today. In fact, if it is good, had nothing to do with GPT at all, and is all our work, solely our work. And if it ever makes any money, we want all of it, because we could do with it.
I think it goes under creative content, though. They're creative
commons
content. Yeah, it's like creative content. Something or other, like, you know, it's an open copyright thing, though, sadly.
We'll delete this video if we come up with a so I just want to know, Paul, should we start with, I've come up with, can you write a movie for me? Let's start. And remember, folks, I have not prepped this. Paul has not prepped this. I literally got in the door like 5 minutes before this started, and then both my mic and headphones wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So the manic energy is not just excitement to see you, not just excited to do the show for you out there. it's also because manic energy.
Yeah, it's fight or flight mode right now because we didn't know we were going to be able to hear each other.
Yeah.
I really hope that this comes back with a yes.
If it says no, like I know just from out there that it will make an attempt if you ask it to do something like this. So let's see, what
I know.
is the attempt? Oh, I have to hit a little thing, do I?
How assholey would it be though if you put in
Ooh.
"Can you write me a movie?" and it says
It's
yes.
quite proud of itself because it started off with, whoa, God, it's writing away like a bat out of hell. It says, of course. Here's a movie concept.
Yeah, of course.
Titled Eclipse of the Mind. Ooh, Paul.
Ooh.
Let's rate that title first of all. Eclipse of the Mind. Is that the sort of thing you can see on a poster or a trailer and you're like, intriguing?
Eclipse of the Mind. Yeah, I could definitely see Eclipse of the Mind. Psychological thriller, already loving it.
Yep.
I have a feeling though it's going to turn into some back crazy stuff.
Well,
Like,
you don't have to read everything. I'll try and synopsize with a wee bit of speed reading. In the near future, society's become reliant on advanced technology. Okay, I can see where this is going. There's Alex and Emily here. To cope with the grief of Alex, who died in a tragic accident, Emily is going to throw herself into her work, pushing the boundaries of neural technology. It's pulling some of the classics. You know,
that's
it's pretty good.
isn't that just that Johnny Depp film? What's it called?
Oh, actually,
There's a
let's look out for plagiarism.
I think that's Johnny Depp's film. I can't remember what it's called though.
Well,
It's a film that I love as well.
importantly, Emily seems to be the one that's going to come up with something called Eclipse, because you don't just call it Eclipse of the Mind, you also have that be a thing in it. Wordplay, it's got that whole thing down. So Emily, I think, is going to come up with something that she's going to regret. She has a colleague called Dr. Marcus. Dr. Marcus, I love that. They've even got the classic second name that's actually a first surname that's a first name. Very common in movie characters like a Dr. Marcus. There's a bit of a warning. She's obviously going to go too far. Caught in a web of deceit and paranoia. Hey, they're even writing trailer lines. Caught in a web of deceit and paranoia.
I'm sorry, but this is Transcendence.
That's the movie, yeah.
Dr. Will Castor, Johnny Depp, the world's foremost author in artificial intelligence, has conducted high controversy experiments to create a sentient machine. When extremists try to kill the doctor, they inevitably become the catalyst for him to succeed. Will's wife, Evely, and best friend, Max, can only watch as his thirst for knowledge evolves to an omnipotent present quest for power, and his loved one soon realize that he may be impossible to stop him.
Well,
start.
I don't think our next prompt can be, can you give us another one that isn't a rip-off of Johnny Depp's Transcendence?
Yeah.
But I think we should, and this is open to the floor. Hello, everybody. Casey Wonder, Brian, everybody who's joined us. How about we start by messing with it a little bit and saying, okay, same thing again, but this time can you change the genre to... So we don't want psychological thriller. Let's see what it says. Somebody out there pick a genre. Maybe even you, Paul.
Spoof comedy. We don't see spoof comedies that much anymore. I really want to see it do that. So,
I should say in the spoof
comedies genre, I guess.
Yeah.
Bruce says horror. He also says Sandra Bullock should play Emily.
I don't know if I should have added the please there. It definitely has Sandra Bullock written all over it, actually, in its synopsis. I keep hitting enter instead of the little go arrow. Sorry about that. Oh.
It's
Mind Bender. I like what it's done here. So it's kept the mind thing. The Zany Eclipse Adventure. Impressive. Genre.
It's really
spoof comedy.
Really stuck on Eclipse as well.
Yeah, it's, well, we're asking it to rework its own thing. In a world where neurotechnology reigns supreme, enter Emily. This time she's a quirky neuroscientist.
Oh.
Quirky. That says spoof comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Still reeling from the loss of her husband, so they kept the death. Poor old Alex isn't going to make it, no matter what the genre. Alex, mate, you're fact either way.
He also dies in a terrible way.
Demise in a comedically bizarre accident involving a runaway toaster and a rubber chicken. I know
I
what the next
guess
prompt
that's
is going to be. Can you include more detail on the toaster chicken incident?
yeah.
Okay, so I think she's gonna do the same thing again. She's throwing herself into everything. At what point does Dr. Marcus show up and say, "Careful, yeah, paranoid Dr. Marcus, the forgetful lab assistant." Hey, there you go. They've downgraded him from cautious mentor to bumbling lab assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Confront the grief. She's still, still. There you go. Oh my Christ. Emily sets off on a wild goose chase across the galaxy, armed with nothing but her trusty rubber chicken and a penchant for slapstick comedy. Emily and
Wait,
her
so hang on.
ragtag team of misfits dodge exploding toasters, the dodgeballs flung by disgruntled robots. They must outwit the diabolical mastermind behind Eclipse and save humanity from mind-bending chaos. I don't know about you, Paul, but
So
I've heard enough. That's
how
what I'm
did we
not
get
going to go and see.
how did we get to space so quickly?
I think she wanted to take her mind off Alex because, Alex.
Which goes, Casey Wonder says a Mel Brooks style version of Inception would be good. We could try. We could try see if we could write that.
We certainly could. How about we start with? I just want to check. Do I need to clear this and do a new one or anything? Is that a thing? So is this?
No,
There
if
you
you
go. Oh, sorry, I killed
yeah.
that to do the Mel Brooks. I didn't want it to have Emily and a toaster in Mel Brooks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't want to continue on
So-
with the.
You can keep talking, and I'm going to work out how to spell.
No worries. Which is, I do think a Mel Brooks style version of Inception would be interesting. I do think that Mindbender, the wacky zany Eclipse adventure, we probably should have named a director. We should have gone like, yeah, I want it done by Wes Anderson or something like that.
That's a good idea. We'll do that for the next one.
You know, so you can
I'm
put in-
gonna shorten Chris to Chris. Chris Nolan's Inception. I'm trying to be detailed.
Yeah. But you might as well because it should give us more funny kind of, I guess scenes kind of.
I'm just wondering what it'll say to this question at all. And excuse me for the weird posture. I am trying not to knock out my audio, so I'm working around some cables that. You know what I did? I hit enter again. By the end of this video, title, Inception. It's actually spelled Inception with a Inception. Opening scene, a bustling cityscape with exaggeratedly tall buildings, a group of characters. Wow, it's doing a full, dialogue driven. It's not just a synopsis.
Script. Wow.
Yeah.
How long is this going to take?
I don't. Is it still writing? No, thank God it's not. So Gene Wilder's in it. I love Madeline Kahn. Okay. So essentially, it's been very smart and said who's a Mel Brooks cast, and Femme Fatale played by Madeline Kahn, very Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering where the Inception is in this. The Dream Expert played by Dom DeLuise. Hoo-ha! Dreams schmeams. Let's just hope we don't end up in a nightmare worse than my mother-in-law's cooking. Okay, little note to everybody. Let's stay away from comedy. Because if I have to ever read a line that's that unfunny again, I'm going to eat part of the microphone. All right? So let's avoid comedy, I think.
Yeah.
Matzo ball soup.
Okay, let's do a Mel Brooks style version of Inception, but in the horror genre.
Okay, so I'm going to ask it to change this to the horror genre. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you rewrite this in the horror genre? Oh, look at my fingers are making messes with the typings. And that's not working very well either. I just hit enter. Sorry. Here we go.
I'm just happy that I'm not the one who has to type in front of people.
Yeah, I can't type when I know people are watching. So luckily our YouTube channel's not that successful. Thank you for the person that is watching right now. Hello. This show's done.
And thank you whoever put the love heart. Someone just put the love heart.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you very much for that.
Hey. we've got
Dreamweavers
Dreamweavers of Terror.
That is genius. I like that already. This sounds like an 80s like horror movie.
Or could it just be a late 90s web designer or early 2000s web designer horror? Do you remember Dreamweaver?
Yeah, the old HTML thing, yeah.
Okay. A desolate landscape cloaked in shadows. Okay, it's trying to set a scene. I like this. But I'm wondering, is there still going to be matzo ball soup? So I'm hesitant to just read through all of these. So I'm looking for the okay, hey. It's recast. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey
Vera
Dean
Farmiga.
Morgan is
Yeah. Michael Shannon. Great malevolence to Michael Shannon.
Emily Blunt. That's a good casting.
Willem Dafoe. God, I wonder if we could say, could you cast it on a smaller budget? I wonder what it'll do. Can I try that without even bother reading this?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Let's see what happens. Oh, this one's
William
longer.
Dafoe as Dr. Victor, the Twisted Dream Architect. The Twisted Dream Architect is a great name or great title.
That's Dr. Victor. Oh, here we go. Yes, the Twisted Dream Architect.
So
Fearless adventure. Color me impressed. I'm genuinely impressed. Not at the content, but at the effort. Okay.
It's probably going to be absolutely terrible. But I already like the cast.
Excuse me. I'm getting very relaxed with how I'm speaking to this thing. Yeah. So can you recast the parts with less expensive actors? I want to. Oh my god, it's insulting. I knew when I was doing this I would regret it. I really want to apologize to Dave Koechner because I saw his name come up.
Oh.
For anybody who's not aware who Dave Koechner is, if you've ever watched Ron Burgundy, he's the sports guy. Whammy. He's also an extremely funny comedian and comedic actor. Judy Greer, you should know also. She's been in lots of things. Jason Lee? Oh,
Jason Lee,
yeah.
yes.
I suppose he's cheaper now. My name is Earl's Jason Lee. And Aubrey Plaza. I don't know if this thing understands what low budget is, because I'd say Aubrey Plaza has got enough. She's got enough juice right now that she's going to be expensive.
It's probably one of those things that it's like so Audrey Plaza probably has more. She is the bigger salary right now.
True.
You know,
I have an idea.
John Malkovich.
Yeah, exactly. And my brain read that as Mila Jovovich for some reason. By the way, I have to admit to dyslexia now. So everything I'm doing is mildly impressive for me and mildly irritating for all of you. But one of the things that made me think of that when I thought it was Mila Jovovich, I was like, should we ask it who should direct this movie? Because if it casts her in something, I wonder will it make her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, the director?
Actually, replace Mia with her and then ask who will direct it.
Okay.
So we're replacing Aubrey Plaza with Jokovic and see if see if it's like her husband, like her husband.
God, I spelled Aubrey Plaza wrong. Do you want me to spell Mila Jovovich on live on the internet?
I didn't think you'd notice my asking of that.
What is it? It's Mila. Please. Oh no. Anybody got a spelling? Anybody got a spelling out there? This is where I want to throw it out to people. Without looking it up, who can spell Mila Jovovich? And I don't mean the Mila part.
And I will I will find the actual
Okay. Sorry for slowing down your internet radio and TV, folks, but anybody who's watching will probably be shouting, this isn't hard to spell. Trust me, it's hard to spell for somebody who can't spell normal words.
Can I say that Martin Cruz's I guess IMDb page which goes image is fantastic. I was looking at the Resident Evil cast.
Oh, well,
Oh, it's not.
thank you for that. I've now got her in my other window, um, and I had spelt Mila wrong. There's two L's, and I hit enter instead of go again. I wonder if there will be a time when I don't do that. Okay, so it's rewriting it. I kind of want to see something that has Dave Keckner and Mila Jovovich in it, though. I think they'd be interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, it went completely away from what the content of the movie is, but since it had that really bad gag in the last one, I'm kind of less interested. Okay, so now we get to ask, who should this movie? I did hit enter again. Yeah. Okay. I know, Paul, you're on a slight delay. So you should be seeing this. Everybody should be seeing it live with me. You'll be seeing it in a second. I asked who should direct this movie, and it says, given the blend of horror, suspense, and psychological elements in the story, a director with the knack of creating atmospheric tension and immersive worlds would be ideal. Someone like Mike Flanigan.
Wow.
House and that Haunting of Hill House, and Doctor Sleep. Okay, so it's just picked Mike Flanigan.
It's just picked a really popular horror movie director.
Yeah. You know what? Fair play. But we do know in the real world either Mila's not in it or Paul's not directing it. And that's not you, Paul. That would be the other one. You are correct, Patrick. Thank you. My spelling is terrible, so thank you all for your help. Now, I think we should good shout in Flanagan. We have Brian approves. So there's one for GPT on its choosing.
Like it's a good, yeah. I will say that Mike Flanagan's always a good choice for any kind of horror genre kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, like I'm just like, yeah, well done. You've chosen the easy.
Do you want to try describing a movie that we know exists and giving it our kind of detailed synopsis and ask it to write it to see what it writes? How about we do Top Gun or something? What's Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters is a good one. What's that lunchbox one? The Beautiful Lunch? Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Huh? Lunchbox?
This is going to be one that I really like. I'd really like to.
Okay, I'm going to be typing, so I'm going to have to let you entertain people because I'm looking past.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll try not to type myself. Which goes, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that movie is called. It's like it has a living typewriter. It's a weird, screwed up movie. It's like Beautiful Lunch or something like that. Anyway, good shout in Flanagan. Yeah, Michael Flanagan's a really good choice on any kind of horror genre kind of thing. So like, but some of the cast choices are really good. I have had a quick read of some of the actual plot or some of the dialogue and stuff like that, and it is not good. Kind of thing. I think one of the things that makes AI kind of inept at properly writing scripts is the actual human experience to myself. Anyway, that like from my point of view, I think that humans are always going to be able to empathize and connect and write things that connect with people, because they've experienced it, or someone they know has experienced it, or they've seen someone experience it and being able to connect in some way or be empathetic. Whereas I think an AI is just going to take all of, like, literally the first prompt was literally Inception, the movie Inception with Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would be interested in seeing.
Thank you for vamping, Paul. While I wrote, can you please write me I basically, to try and describe Ghostbusters really quickly, write me a movie about the following: 3 scientists, 2 who are very serious and 1 who is a joker, get kicked out of their college job and they embark on a new job as paranormal investigators. I almost wrote that they busted ghosts, but I thought that might be too on the nose.
It would give too much away, and I would laugh so much if it just wrote back going, that's just the plot for Ghostbusters.
You want me to write Ghostbusters?
I definitely think AI should be more sarcastic.
I would like that. It's like I can write you a movie, but I don't want to. Why don't
Yeah.
you do it yourself?
Or I can write you a movie, and that's it. Like
I love that it's given a tagline. That wasn't a feature before.
when
Uh,
science,
with
wow, when science hits a dead end, laughter leads to the unexpected. That's a good tagline. I will say that.
all of these things, ChatGPT could pretty much have written the '80s straight to VHS business. Because so far, it's kind of nailed straight to video in the '80s. It does love Emily and Dr. Marcus's. And oh, does this Alex live? I wonder. Oh no, this guy survives. This is
Oh,
an
does
Alex
Alex?
that doesn't die.
Oh, nice.
Hey, good. This one's for Alex, folks. Take it easy, buddy. And you've died in 2 movies already. So you can pause and read this at length, folks. But it's starting off by describing the 3 people are together, facing an uncertain future. The trio decide to band together and channel their expertise. Paranormal investigation, spectra seekers, a ghost hunting agency. Oh wow!
You'll have to learn more about this this movie after the break. Which goes-
Excellent. After we come back from the break, I would love you all to have in the chat what you want us to try next. So we're still back with the AI version of Ghostbusters. Paul, from what I can see here, it's not completely plagiarized, but honestly, it's kind of doing a very watered down version of Ghostbusters, just without all the fun. It doesn't know how to add that quirky X factor that Ghostbusters had. It's like if somebody had heard Ghostbusters, like the theory of the movie, but somebody had left out the
any of the fun parts.
the heart of the fun, let's say, and the bond between the people, etc., the chemistry. If somebody had done a bad rewrite for like Sci-Fi Channel or something way back in the day.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, like that. I don't want to like a blue version of the film without any of the blue parts. I guess would be the best way to describe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
But like, I think we had Resident Evil, and then we had like zombies are evil or something like that. You know, some terrible kind of like everything's changed enough that no one will get sued, but you can definitely tell which film it's from.
There comes a point where you're just doing a YouTube channel to entertain yourself. And Paul, I think that point has been realized by me. When you said that, I was like, I'm going to ask Paul later if we can do a whole episode where we take names of movies and then just give the watered down version of it. So instead of like Resident Evil, it'll be, in-house horror, just really bad plays on things like
Zombies Underground. That's Resident Evil for me. Zombies Underground.
Zombies Underground, very good.
Like, you know,
Oh, man.
Snakes on a Plane is probably the closest title of like just it literally tells you what's going on.
Well, Snakes in a Plane is just reptiles in the air, or airborne reptile. It's going to be something like that.
No, my problem with it is literally just that it's like it's perfect for what we're trying to do. It's perfect. Like it's like if you had the Train to Busan.
Oh yeah.
If you just want the Train to Busan with zombies, it's just like you perfectly described that movie
with zombies. I've got to fix a window over here.
I gotta enjoy the final scene where does Alex win? Does Alex survive? Alex survives.
Alex made it.
Yeah,
Alex made it. Okay, now let's ask the questions. So, who would you cast in this movie? I just want to see if it gives the same people all the time, because it's not very inventive with character names.
No, I say that it's probably.
Is it going to be the same people? Well, I can see Emily Blunt made it. Eddie Redmayne. I didn't have Eddie Redmayne in mind for my Dr. Marcus. That's strange.
Oh,
Chris
that
Pratt.
is weird. I feel Chris Pratt is probably a mischievous engineer. That's an interesting one.
I've just spotted in the chat, and thank you, Brian. Sci-fi courtroom drama.
Okay.
It's time for a new thing.
If
Please.
we merge Star Trek with A Few Good Men.
Let's say 400 word. 400 or less. Hang on. Let's see. How should I put this? Because I've realized they need to be shorter.
Brief description of a sci-fi court drama. Brew, give us some characters. Give us some character names. Which is Grugok, maybe? Grugok. Is he the judge? He's the judge. We'll put him as the judge, maybe. Which goes, who will be our Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men character, like the lead prosecutor or defendant lawyer?
I think 400 words might have been too much. I should have gone for 200. But this is what it's all about. I will just ask it to condense into 200. Well, Paul, titles.
Okay.
Title's already a winner. Justice's Edge.
Oh, wow.
Except just trying to say the word justice is...
Yeah, that's the tongue twister.
The edge of justice. In a not so distant future where humanity has colonized distant planets, there's your sci-fi. Justice's Edge. So it's going to keep putting the title into the movie. It's got a theme going on here.
We have a judge's name. We need to replace the judge's name with Judge Kira.
Oh my god, I haven't got there yet.
Kira? No. Sorry, Brew has asked to put. I prompted Brew to come up with the judge's name to slam in.
Quarrel. Judge Quarrel.
Quarrel.
I'm not sure I get the reference, but I will put it in a second. The film centers on a trial of Dr. Eva Lynn. Emily didn't make it to this one. Wow. I bet you Alex did, though. Renowned scientist accused of... Oh, wow. You know what? Can you... This to 50 words. Yeah, there you go. My entire life typing this backwards. Okay, now I'll be able to read it. Justice's Edge, attorney Alex Chen defends Dr. Evelyn. Evelyn? Is it trying to do a... Yeah.
Evil Lynn.
Yeah, was that in like He-Man? Was there somebody that was called something like that was...
Yeah, or Dr. Evil.
Yeah. Against accusations of unleashing galaxy-threatening bioweapon amid cyber attacks and conspiracy, Chen uncovers a larger plot, leading to dramatic courtroom showdown. The truth triumphs. Chen vows to continue fighting for justice. Okay, I have one question I have to ask. Can you add a toaster and a rubber chicken? Well, you know, just in case it's part of the franchise from earlier on where... again with the enter. It actually did this.
We'll make our production company a toaster with a rubber chicken.
That is absolutely it. Although I love the fact that it's still a galaxy-threatening bioweapon, aided by his AI partner Jules. Amidst cyber attacks and conspiracy, they uncover a larger plot with unexpected allies. An enigmatic toaster. I have not been judging the toaster in my kitchen fairly. I've never thought of giving it such a characterization. An enigmatic toaster and a rubber chicken, leading to a dramatic courtroom showdown. Okay.
Let's find out the cast. What cast?
Tell me.
'Cause I really want to find out who's going to be who's going to voice the enigmatic toaster and rubber chicken. And if one of them isn't Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. That's actually a good call. Okay. Can you tell me? Oh, wow. Gosh. The interesting. Okay, John Cho. No. Oh, it's even telling you known for now because, yeah. John Cho from Star Trek and Harold and Kumar, as we know. Gemma Chan from... well, it says Crazy Rich Asians and Humans. I was going to say from Eternals. Attorney General Anthony Mackie is going to be... Oh, Anthony Mackie. Sorry, I thought the Attorney General was. So,
Yeah.
who is it?
Alan Turing plays the toaster.
Dude, it got the. My God.
Yeah. Yeah.
DeVito is the
Mule.
rubber chicken.
Danny DeVito as the rubber chicken is hilarious. Scarlett Johansson as Jules, the AI partner. It's quite funny.
That's awesome. Can you give me a tagline for this movie? I'm wondering if it'll just accept my constant this typo. Unraveling the truth. In the courtroom of the future, justice has no boundaries. Paul, I don't know what to say to you other than we were wrong. AI knows its stuff. Everybody who currently writes should just give up because this is and casting directors, CSA my arse. Go on, that's it. We're done. We're absolutely done. In fact, more than having it write stuff, I wanted to recast things. Who would you cast in a remake of the Fantastic Four? What do you think, Paul?
If it says it's going to probably do John Krasinski, it's probably just going to take the most popular kind of groupings.
It'd be great if it says Pedro Pascal, and then we'll be like, "Oh wow, Paul, you're right."
Yeah, it's going to just take the pop like.
Although, look at its alternates: Reed Richards, John Krasinski, or Armie Hammer. Which I didn't fully get the reference recently, and I still haven't looked it up. I know Armie Hammer got in trouble for something. I'm guessing cannibalism was involved because of a comment on one of our previous videos. I'm still not looking it up. It's one of those things I just didn't want to know more. Sue Storm, Emily Blunt, because of the John Krasinski choice, and also because she'd be a great choice. Jessica Chastain, never hit my radar, but I can see where it's thinking. God, I'm talking about this thing like it's thinking. Zac Efron as Johnny Storm. Don't think he was mentioned in the list. I think Taron Egerton was, though.
Zac Efron's been in the list, as in he's a popular choice for Johnny Storm. I do think a younger Zac Efron would actually no. He's still got comedic chops and stuff like that, and kind of got that look. But I think like in Baywatch, like the Baywatch Zac Efron would have been kind of
because
he's played like what's his name, Jeffrey Dahmer. Is it Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh, he did. He played a serial killer. I'm assuming it was Dahmer. I didn't never watched it.
John Cena.
It's gone with the wrestlers, ex-wrestlers, wrestlers turned actors. Ben Grimm, the thing. You know, I am surprised, but I'm trying to check the comments to see who plays Alex Chen. Oh, I'm sorry, Brew. I'll have to roll back in the video to find out because I moved on. Apologies. Enigmatic Toaster is a great band name. Absolutely. Paul, we're an
really
entertainment channel. It doesn't just have to be movies. If you had a band called... Oh, wow.
That is true.
Enigmatic. I knew I was going to spell it wrong. Enigmatic Toaster. And I guess I should put that in quotes so it knows. What would you call your first album? Wood in this is going to be a problem, the way I type. And guess who just hit enter? If you said me again, then you were right.
The Rock should play Ben Grimm.
And the other wrestler.
Yeah. The Rock should play The Rock.
There you go. That's the marketing writes itself there. Well, GPT has helped us out with Brian. You're now part of the band, so in our 3-piece called Enigmatic Toaster, for a band named Enigmatic Toaster, a fitting title for the first album could be Toast of Mystery, Unraveling the Enigma. Have you noticed that Enigma seems to show up a lot for this thing, and it has a few go-tos?
Yeah, Enigma, Eclipse. It's probably some famous, like it's probably just that certain more fancy words. It probably just has a thesaurus of kind of like, what are humans' favorite words? They have to be a prog band with that title. They do.
They would. Now, to be fair, we would have to be. Brian, you're in the band.
Yeah.
So you, Casey Wonder, you're welcome to join. Paul, I think we can beat GPT on this, though. Because if you're called like Enigmatic Toaster, your first album is going to be called like The First Slice. Or...
I have a really dark one, and I don't want to...
How
So,
dark?
like,
Just before we work out if we can't get demonetized because we've never been monetized, but are we going to get arrested?
I don't think we're going to get arrested, but our last album could be dropping me into a bathtub.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see what you're
I know,
saying.
right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, let's stick with
We'll sit
two
with
slices
prog
of the
rock.
truth.
Yeah,
We are a prog rock band.
we definitely wouldn't be a prog rock band with my album name.
No, I think that's going to be more Scandinavian black metal of some sort.
Mongolian throat metal.
There you go. Paul, I think we've had some weird and random fun. I would like to put it out to the commenters out there as a group together. Please give the title of a movie, just the title. This way you can come up with any title you want, and we'll ask it, based on this title, what movie would you write? And while you're all putting those in, just call the album Pop. Actually, that gives me an idea. In honor of Pop Culture, who I don't think is with us live, but one of our longtime viewers, Paul, how about we ask, what movie would? Oh, sorry. How should I ask? What would you write if your movie's title is this? Oh, right.
Write a movie with the title. I think give the title.
Yeah,
That's probably the best thing.
it's
Just call the album Pop. That's also dark. That could also be dark, Brian.
Write me a 250 word synopsis for a movie with the title Pop. And I'm going to actually add the 33 in honor of one of our longtime viewers who's awesome. Oh, everything's in a not so distant future so far, Paul, and that feels like more than 250 words. In a not so distant future, society has become addicted to nostalgia, living in a world where everybody's revisiting the past. The 33rd iteration of globally beloved reality TV show. Oh wow, this is actually, I hate to say it, this is actually quite creative and good. You know, I'm weirdly impressed. I am weirdly impressed.
That's that's a synopsis though.
Yeah, but the fact that it's even managed to pull that level of BS out of its bum is pretty good. Because I think we all know the next thing that has to be asked, and I'll make sure it doesn't base it on that. And then we'll go to the comments for the closer.
We have two suggested titles, I think, for movies. One of them, I don't know how you're going to. Very particular about you for your kind of tastes and stuff.
Okay, I will. I've given it another one while I was letting the chat have some time. And I asked it for a movie with the title "Hear Us Out." Paul, our movie, according to this, in the heart of a small town, Hear Us Out unravels the story of Emily. She's back, a vibrant high school student who Can I be Emily?
You can be Emily.
Okay. A vibrant
I
high
get to be
school
Alex.
student. Does Alex make an appearance? And if so, be careful. He doesn't have a good record of making it to the end. An old abandoned radio station. Hey, Paul. Old abandoned radio station was seeking solace from the pressures of her daily life. Drawn by curiosity, Emily and her friends, a diverse group of misfits. Paul, this is about us. Decides to breathe life into the forgotten station, using it as a platform to voice their opinions, dreams, and struggles. Beautiful.
As they broadcast their voice into the night, they unexpectedly ignite a revolution within the community, sparking debates, controversy, and even resistance from those in power. Despite facing opposition and threats, Emily and her friends refuse to back down, determining to make their voices heard and bring about a change. That sounds like Yeah, it sounds like us. Since we're bringing about revolution within the entertainment industry with our controversial views, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'd
Right,
like to.
Emily?
Right, Paul. Um, I love it.
Alex,
Oh, sorry, Alex. Yes, I forgot. Shit.
I die at the end. I'm the sacrificial lamb who dies at the end to prove to the town that
I know
revolution was actually a good
we're
thing.
running out of time, but I have to ask it. Can you add a character called Alex and kill them before the end of the movie? Can you add a character called Alex and have them die before the end of the movie?
It's also this sounds like Footloose as well.
Oh, well, Paul, I do like to think that that's really what we're doing. There's a small town somewhere that's not allowed to watch much on YouTube, but we come along and then everybody's like, I'd like to be kind of over analytical about movies and a little bit nerdy about some things. And then a preacher is like, no, you shan't.
I think Kevin Bacon comes in and
Yeah.
he's just like, no, listen to them.
And Mr. Bacon, it sounds weird to say Mr.
Mr.
Bacon.
Bacon.
It is.
does.
He's technically Mr. Bacon.
Oh, I do wonder how many people have actually said that to him. Like how many people gone like Mr. Bacon.
And the minute you say it, you have just this image of like some sort of pork manufacturing logo or icon. I'm Mr. Bacon. I'm looking for when Alex makes. Oh, Alex is here now, Paul. As tensions escalate, Emily finds herself at the forefront of the battle, confronting her own doubts and fears. With Alex's memory, oh God, where did Alex get the end?
As their broadcast gains momentum, they ignite a spark of rebellion, challenging the town's entrenched power structure. However, their fight takes a tragic turn when Alex, the backbone of their operation, sacrifices himself to protect the cause from the ruthless backlash. I told you, Alex is the sacrificial lamb.
Dude, you're the backbone of this channel, and I can sense a running joke for anybody who's watching this episode. If you watch any more of our episodes ever again, you're probably going to find Alex, and many, many shout outs in his name and memory are going to feature completely out of context. Okay, Paul, I guess we better do some of what was asked from the chat. So what have you got formulated?
So we got Super Troopers, write a movie called Super Troopers, and Seagull as well, the Seagulls.
Okay, I think we could do both of those. Let's see. And I'm going to shorten it slightly, folks, if you don't mind. I'm going to go to 75 words. Super Troopers is a movie, by the way.
Yes, it is. I think Rue may know you.
Oh, yeah, because he knows it's one of my favorite movies. Gotcha. By the way, Super Troopers is one of my favorite movies, just for anybody who... Hey, plagiarism. I've only read like 12 words and I can see it. In Super Troopers, as any group of misfit state troopers navigate the absurdities of their rural beat with quirky antics and questionable tactics. When their department faces closure due to budget cuts, this is actually Super Troopers. They embark on a wild mission to prove their worthiness.
You should write the prompt and be just like, write a 75-word synopsis for a movie with the title Super Troopers that isn't the movie Super Troopers from when was Super Troopers released.
How do you spell plagiarism?
I like to report a crime.
I'm asking it, can you try again without the plagiarism? Let's see what it says. Now would be a time. It actually responded to that and rewrote it. In Super Troopers, a ragtag team of state troopers patrols the sleepy town with unconventional methods. Boundless humor. It's tried to change it a bit, but not by much. So I think it ignored my insult. Okay, so next up is
the Seagull.
the Seagulls. I worry that it's going to do Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
It's going to do it, or it's going to do. There's another bird film, Birdageddon or something like that.
Tell me there's not a Birdageddon. Is that going to be like Lavalantula or whatever, like the lava tarantula on the Sci-Fi Network kind of thing? Well, actually, and who was it? Hey, it was Colin. By the way, Last Save Loaded, a great video game podcast out there. Go check, you'll find it. Last Save Loaded. Well worth listening to the boys. In a coastal town where whispers carry secrets, the Seagulls. I love that it's just like, you've got a title, I'm putting it in the movie. The Seagulls follows an intertwined lives of locals bound by love, loss, and redemption. When a mysterious stranger arrives, his presence triggers a change of events that unearth buried truths and ignite unexpected connections. Amidst crashing waves and echoing cries of seagulls, there's the seagulls, the townsfolk confront their pasts, forging paths toward forgiveness and reconciliation. In this poignant tale of resilience, they discover that healing begins with embracing the winds of change. I really do want to see that. Okay.
I'm trying to find the name for the film it's like Birds Demic or something like that. But I put in movies about birds and Sully came up. The airplane
they do play
movie
a part. Like it's bird strike that brings that plane down. So
they do, but yeah. I put in the prompt movies about birds.
I think it's time. It's time to start wrapping this up. But I think what we should do is ask for, if you had a YouTube channel called "Hear Us Out." Called Hear Us Out, which entertainment, news, and opinion. What would your tagline be? And before I send this in, Paul, would you like to commit that for the rest of this month we will use this tagline? Or the rest of the next 2 months, whatever it comes up, we'll use as our signing off tagline.
Ooh.
Now,
it depends.
If it comes up with something racist or weird, obviously not.
It depends.
Okay. Well, let's see. What would your tag? No. What would be a good tagline? A good signing off tagline.
Hear us out. It's better than radio.
And okay, Paul, I think if you're willing to, sorry, I just got Colm said The Crow when you were looking for movies about birds.
It's not The Crow. also the remake of The Crow, which I think is coming out soon.
It is. Thank you for that. That should help our SEO. I'll put that in our tags. Don't do it, Paul. That's another one from Colm. Paul, I think that we should sign off in a moment by reading this out. So have you got anything else to say before you'd like to end this wonderful journey into what was one of the weirdest short of an hours of internet that anybody will ever watch?
Thanks very much for watching. Because we are trying to prove how kind of ludicrous which with AI right now for trying to write movies is. You can see that it's a bunch of plagiarism and the kind of rehashes of things that we've already done. They're just stereotypical kind of things. But it's also fun to have this a kind of a little bit of an experiment kind of live thing. So if you like more of those, because I think it brings out more of our personality a little bit more and gets us to know you guys a little bit more and us to know us. Which is let us know how you feel about them down in the comments down below. And
Oh yeah.
Are we using that tagline?
Hit a like. I'll tell you what. Please everybody hit a like. It'll help the video. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, as the 80% of all our viewers aren't subscribed, so we could do with you all clicking subscribe as well. We'd appreciate it. So with that, I've been Patrick.
And I've been Alex.
And we've been Hear Us Out. And I'd just like to say, thanks for tuning in to Hear Us Out, where every opinion counts and entertainment news matters. Until next time, keep listening and keep sharing your voice. We're never using that again, Paul.
It sounds like a cult.
Oh, I know what I'm asking ChatGPT. How do I start a... All right, everybody, talk to you later. We'll see you next time. Bye.